Shalom to the family and many blessings to you all. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm talking about Andy Hiraoka, fighter out of Japan. Andy, born in Yokohama, Japan, 28-year-old super lightweight, currently number 1 in Japan, number 4 in the world. He has 24 wins, 19 knockouts, 0 losses, 0 draws thus far. He's a southpaw who goes by the name of The Blade. And he's 5'11 and a half, 74-inch reach. He's Ghanaian and Japanese, and he's a fighter who turned pro at the age of 17. I mentioned him before in I think it was the It Never Fails video, where I stated I'd like to see him thrown into the mix at 140. And is he some super crazy fighter? No. But does he deserve a shot? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, he's what I would call a standard boxer, as he seems to carry more power on average than a pure boxer. And he's not on the level of a puncher. He's consistent in using his jab offensively and often, but he does tend to deliver it with his chin in the air. You know, he has a decent punch selection. He often throws short left and right hooks, you know, second to that jab. He throws a lot of uppercuts. He throws good body shots, and he tends to throw in flurries once he works his way mid-range to inside. His shots are pretty accurate with good timing, and he seems to spend most of his time with the pawing jab, though, jabbing on the outside, and that may be due to the level of competition that he's had thus far. 24 fights, but he still has some good time to grow. I'm not a fan of his foot placement, though. He keeps a very wide stance, but I will say he's very mobile, and he tends to hop back a lot like Shakur does, versus pivoting out or stepping to the side. Defensively, he can use some work. He doesn't keep his guard up. He very rarely moves off the line. He hops out and pulls back, you know, like I said before. Many times he gets caught when guys have the reach, or they're quick enough to hop in and catch him. He takes a lot of shots that I feel are unnecessary. I will say I have seen him roll under shots and duck under shots. Just not enough for my personal taste. I can't understand, why these guys take these unnecessary hits when they can easily defend, use your guard, hold the phone. Anyhow, as I mentioned before, he seems to have very decent power, and that I do like. What I don't like is that he tends to be a little handsy sometimes, grabby, and grabbing and can become tangled up, but not from like smothering his own work. It's something you just have to witness. I said before, he's Ghanaian and Japanese. His father is the Ghanaian. His name is Justice, and he claims he was a boxer at one time out of Ghana with Azuma Nelson. Azuma Nelson has fought Salvador Sanchez and Pernell Whitaker. He said he started training Andy when he was 4, and soon after Andy turned pro, he wanted to further his development, and he actually came to the United States and trained with Roger Mayweather. But due to culture shock, it just proved to be too much for him, and he ended up returning to Japan after trying out a couple of other gyms on the West Coast here. And he now fights out of the Ohashi gym, which is owned by a former world champion by the name of Hiraoka Ohashi. Naoya Inoue, he fights out of that gym as well. And he's only fought in America twice, and the rest of his fights have taken place in Japan. But nevertheless, I do look forward to seeing what this little guy could do. Again, it seems to me the more these guys fight and up their level of competition, the better they can become. I do see the potential in him. He possibly needs not necessarily a new trainer, but another trainer to work on his defense. His defense being his feet and utilizing, again, an active guard. I think Andy could be a pretty darn good fighter. I would like to see him in the mix with these guys over here. Let him get a few fights to acclimate him. He just defeated Ismail Baroque, so I think I'd like to see like a El Rayo or even a Pitbull next. He's ready for that before he steps up to the really big guys. And let him just actually fight over here. I believe I read somewhere that he is interested in ultimately, getting belts and stuff. He said, but that's not his main goal. His main goal is just to be able to take care of his parents. That's honorable. But dude, we want to see you fight. I thank you guys for stopping by and listening to me talk about Mr. Andy Hiraoka. Keep your eye out for him. Be blessed and shalom.